Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of grade 6. This is the time for another grammar lesson that we have already started about modal auxiliaries. We have discussed many modal auxiliaries, and the previous lesson was about just two modal auxiliaries, shall and will. And today again we will reinforce all the modal auxiliaries, what are auxiliaries, how do they work in a sentence, but our main focus will be on the use of should and would. Okay, now my dear, this is page number 70 of your grammar book, lesson number 11. I'm reading it for you, listen it very carefully, and I'll also explain to you. Modal auxiliaries: shall, should, will, would. As I've told you that about will and shall we have discussed in detail in the previous lesson. Now we will discuss few more auxiliaries, and mainly the auxiliary should and would. Auxiliary verbs are helping verbs used with other verbs. Other verbs means main verbs. Main verbs, first form of the verb, to help them convey particular meaning. Modal auxiliaries are true auxiliaries in the sense that they exist only in association with other verbs, other main verbs. They are shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to. In previous lesson I have shared a list of few auxiliaries with you. These are also some of the auxiliaries, but our main focus, as I have told you about, on should and would. They should all be used with the root form of the main verb. Root form means main verb, first form of the verb. They are always used with the first form of the verb. Wherever any auxiliary verb is used, then next the base verb, first form of the verb will be used. Whether to indicate the simple present or the simple past tense. Keep it in your mind, even if we are using this auxiliary verb, we will indicate the tense with these auxiliary verbs, smaller verbs, and the main verb will be used in the first form, in its base form. The tense is expressed by the auxiliary, not by the main verb. Okay, now here it is. Shall and should. Shall is used for the first person to indicate future time, as we all know this, and its examples are: I shall go in a minute's time. We shall sing at the concert. Shall is also used in a specialized sense for the second and third person to indicate determination or to express a promise, threat, or command. All these things we have already discussed in previous lesson. Now this is the reinforcement, and its examples are: you shall be rewarded. This is a promise. He shall be punished if he comes late again. That is a threat. You shall leave the room at once. This is the command. Command means order. The new law shall be effected in September. This is the determination. Should is not often used as the past tense form of shall because it has the special meaning of obligation or desirability. Its examples are: we should work hard. He should listen to his mother. Now third rule is: should may also be used to express a condition, to mean in case of or in the event of something happening. Here it means the same as the conditional if. Whatever sentence is there in which if is used, that those sentences are called conditional sentences. That I'm giving you an example. I will buy a present for you if you get first position in your exams. So this type of sentences where if is used, these are called conditional sentences. Alright. So its example is: should she feel nervous, encourage her. This is also a kind of conditional sentence, but in place of if, here we have used should. Okay, now here comes will and would. Just as shall is used for the first person to indicate future time, will is used for the second and third persons to express futurity. And its examples are, you will go in 2 minutes time. He will play badminton this evening. They will come to my party. Okay, here comes the first rule for will and would. Will is used for the first person to convey the special meaning of a promise or a strong assertion. That's what we have discussed in the previous lesson also. And its example is, I will help you, don't worry. Means strong emotions are showed, strong determination is showed here. I will help you, not I shall help you. I shall help you will be a simple future tense sentence, but if he's saying that I will help you, don't worry, it means he's showing some determination. He's so determined to help you. Okay, now here comes the second rule for would. Would is the past tense from the will and is used for the same purpose in the past form. And its example is, I promised that I would help him. He knew that he would be punished. So here would is used as the past form of will. Means he has promised something in past tense that he will do something, and for that use of will in past tense they have used would. Okay, here comes the third rule of using would, and which is most commonly used and the most important use of would. So it means would is used in polite communication, especially in a request or invitation. This is the most important use of would, and its examples are, would you play the tune again? This is a kind of request. And another example is, would you like a drink? It's a kind of invitation. So this is the polite use of when you are asking something, requesting or inviting something in a very soft way or polite way, then we use would instead of will or shall or any other word. Okay, thank you so very much. So this was another lesson of some modal auxiliaries, and our focus was on the use of would and should, and obviously we have also reinforced, we have revised the use of shall and will also in this lesson. Now the task for you to do is to solve page 73 of your grammar book. Here is the question number 2. Like, fill in the blanks in each sentence with should or would and give within bracket the explanation for the use of either in the sentence. Means in the sentence you have to use either would or should, and then you have to give the explanation. Either you have to use that particular word as the past form of shall or will, or you have to use it for a sort of obligation. Alright, you have to decide it. Try to solve that page with pencil, and later on when I will share the key with you, then you have to do neat work with the pen on your book and then upload the work. Okay my dear, take care. Allah Hafiz.